So as bad as this year has been, it's actually been a pretty good toy year. So one of the figures that came out was the Doom Eternal Doomslayer figure, and I had the foresight to buy it from Big Bad Toy Store for retail price, and then recently it sort of skyrocketed into like, I think it's like around $80 now on eBay. So I didn't really have the heart to open it up because, you know, I had a lot of figures and I just never got around to opening it up. So but I always planned on repainting him, and I didn't really want to repaint this one because, you know, like value. So I picked up the cheaper Phobos variant, which is like a bronze armored version, like bronze and silver. So I'm just gonna repaint this from scratch to the original colors. It's gonna look better anyway, I hope. So starting off, we just base him in this like light green. Don't really need to be perfect because we're gonna do a lot of things with it. Like we're gonna dry brush and we're gonna put a wash on it, and then we're gonna dry brush it again, and just like, well, not in that order, but we're gonna do a lot of things to it basically. So the boots in the game were sort of like a bronzish colour, so I figured I would just put some Agarex Earthshade here to tint it to brown, and hopefully I had the silver metallic paint that was in the original figure so that I'd get through, and it worked out pretty good actually. And now all this green we painted previously, and well, every other color, we're gonna just put a layer of some Agrex Earthshade shade paint on top of it to grime it up. And now we go back in with a green dry brush to clean up the... So the shade paint makes it a little bit too messy, so we're just gonna clean it up a little bit. It's still gonna look worn, but it's gonna look just a little bit more controlled. Like the green is gonna be evened out a bit. Phew, that was a lot of paint, so let's go through everything. Well, you don't really need to go through it, because the original, well, the normal colored version is here, and as you can see, it's like, got no details in the helmet, like this part is green still. This red marking here is in the completely wrong spot. And then just a flat orange for the strap here. The green is too dark, too green almost, like it's too much of like a, yeah, it's too saturated. Plain silver gauntlets. The boots look alright, I guess, but yeah, the paint job is just very lackluster, very basic. With mine here, I have, well, if you didn't watch the video, but I coated everything in like a sort of lightish green, and then I gave it a wash of Agrex Earthshade to grime it up, and then I did a dry brush of a slightly darker than what the original green was, and then I painted this bit orange and all these bits brown. Got some small silver details in here too, like these two little screws, I guess. These raised areas, these areas here. These lights glowing red. Got some lights back here, some lights back here. And I didn't show it, but I actually gave him better ankle rockers. The original figure comes with ankle rockers, but in order for an ankle rocker to work, the joint sort of has to be like, this one goes up into the leg, and then the other pin needs to like face forward, and the pin was originally facing like very down, so the ankle rocker was very minuscule and barely even worked. But I drilled a new hole, so now he's got a little bit more of a natural tilt, and it just helps with some wider poses. Also, these bits here where the legs chafe against this thing, I did a layer of green and then I coated it with super glue to make it harden, well, to give it more of a protective layer, and it's not really chafing anymore, so hopefully that's gonna be not gonna be a problem in the future. But yeah, Doomslayer, or Doom Guy as I have been calling him for like these past 20 years or so. Extremely happy with how it turned out, and hopefully this guy is gonna go on eBay. But yeah, really like how this turned out.
The demons! They are everywhere. Must kill them all!